Hey everyone, it's Mona here at Klatch, and today is Friday. That means it's another Coaster Friday. Today we're not going to make a coaster. Today I'm going to answer some of your coaster questions. Just so you know, I do read every comment and every question. I just can't get to them all. And I really appreciate it when other people jump in and answer the questions. And I know Dolores specifically has recently answered a couple questions for people, and I appreciate it when you guys do that. And on that note, I'd like to talk a little bit more about that at the end, so stick around till then, and I have a question for you guys. But first, let's get to the questions. I frequently get asked, how much resin do I use for a coaster? And that answer will vary. It depends on the coaster. Typically, I use this coaster mold for my coasters, and I know a lot of you guys are using the same one. And we'll talk a little bit more about the mold in a minute, but to fill the bottom of the mold, I need 1 ounce of resin, and that's mixed resin. If you have not worked with resin before, or you're just kind of getting started, your package of resin will come with 2 bottles. It'll be a hardener and a resin. And always, always, always follow the directions on the package of the resin that you are using, because they are different. The resins that I have worked with are typically equal amounts of each. So if you're doing a 1/2 ounce of the resin and a 1/2 ounce of the hardener, you're mixing that together, and it's now a mixed resin, and it's going to have a chemical reaction, and it's going to harden. That is what we're talking about. When I'm saying I used 1 ounce of resin, that means I have mixed the 2 parts together, and I have now poured it into the mold. Remember to always follow the directions on the resin you are using, because it will vary from manufacturer to manufacturer. Sometimes you have to mix it more, sometimes you have to mix it less. Sometimes it's a 1-to-1 ratio, sometimes it's a 2-to-1 ratio. You just need to follow whatever your package says of the resin that you are using. That's why I have not done a tutorial on how to mix your resin, because it will change from resin to resin. And I don't want people to just assume that they're all the same. So if you were just going to add maybe some glitter into a coaster, you could do a coaster with just 1 ounce. I grabbed a couple of coasters I have just on hand to kind of show you the different thicknesses. So this is one that just had some glitter added to it. Very basic, really easy to get started with something like this, and that's about 1 ounce. And I would say the bunny rabbit was probably, if I remember correctly, about 2 ounces. I did the 1 ounce as the base, and then I followed up with a 2nd ounce on the top, clear, just to seal in the painting that I did when I did his face. And then like this bead coaster, this is probably a good 3 ounces, because the beads were thicker and I wanted to make sure I could get them covered. So that's why that one's a little bit thicker. So you're going to have coasters of varying thicknesses, and you're just going to figure that out as you go. So if you're just starting out and you're a little intimidated, grab some glitter that maybe goes with your decor, or various colors just for a little bit of fun, and do some 1 ounce coasters. Mix that glitter right into your resin, pour it in, pop the bubbles, let it sit, and it will be beautiful. Another question I get quite a bit is how to finish off the coasters. And this is 100% personal preference. Now, let's say the 1 ounce glitter coaster, it's going to have a little bit of a ridge to it, and if you dripped anything along the edges, they might have pieces sticking out. Now, if you take it out of the mold within 12 hours, and again, that depends on the resin you're using, you can take scissors just to trim that off. You can also take a file, if you don't like having this ridge on there, and just file it down with a fine file. However, I don't mind the ridge as long as it's pretty smooth. I don't feel like it's an edge that anybody's going to cut themselves on or anything. And quite frankly, if you have a cold cup on here, it's going to help keep some of that condensation on the coaster. Your coaster is not going to absorb the condensation, but it's going to prevent it from going directly onto like your table and your furniture. The second option, and I've done it both ways in my videos, you can either take it out this way and it's finished, or you can put it on a level surface once you've taken it out of the mold, and then you can pour a clear layer on top. You just want to make sure that you don't overflow it. Here it is on the chick. You can see where I poured that last layer of clear, and it sealed in the painting I did on top, which is why I did it, but it also gave it more of a rounded edge. So if you feel like that gives you a more finished edge or a more finished look, then do it that way. If you don't mind the ridges because it actually keeps some of the liquid on the coaster, then do it that way. That's totally personal preference. Another question I've been getting quite a bit is your coasters are sticking to the sides of your molds and tearing your molds. I just want to start off by saying the mold is not going to last forever. They should last a pretty long time. I get a pretty good amount of use out of my molds. Like here's an old one, you know, it has started to discolor and stuff, but it still hasn't started to stick to the edges. But when they're newer, they will look like this. So the original mold I used, I can't remember the name of it. It was more expensive. And then I found the Freshware mold. And that's the one that I typically have linked into my video description. So if you're ever looking for any of the materials, I'll either have it on my website or in the video description, unless it's a really old video and I didn't do it at that time. But typically I try to give you as much information as I can. I know since I've been using the Freshware molds, there's another company that has come out with the similar molds, and they look the same based on what I've seen, because I order mine off of Amazon. They look the same. I don't know if they function the same because I have not tried them. So if you are using that version, maybe that's the problem. I have not used them, so I can't say whether they're the same quality or not the same quality. I have not had any problems with my Freshware molds unless they've gotten really old. I am not a spokesperson for them. I do not manufacture them. They have never contacted me to have any kind of a relationship with me. So that's a completely independent opinion. I haven't had problems with them, so that's all I can say about that. I have suggested to people that they might have some success if they tried mold release and put that on the mold first. You would spray it all around the mold on the bottom and around the sides, and then you would let it dry. And then you would pour your resin, and whether it's 1 layer, 2 layers, or whatever, as long as you covered the inside of that cavity that you're using, you should not need to reapply it on that project. You might want to reapply it the next time you do another project, because I don't know how long that mold release will stay on that surface, but supposedly it kind of conditions the mold and that type of a thing, so it might help. So the other theory I have that might be contributing to the problems that you guys are having, if you're using a torch, like the torch that I use a creme brulee torch on my artwork. If you're using that on the mold, you might be heating your mold up too much, or heating that resin up too much. So I typically will use on the coasters a lighter. And I like these stick lighters because a little lighter, I don't think that would work very well. So these stick lighters are great. And there's 2 different kinds. There's just the regular lighter that will give you a regular flame, works fine. And then there's the other one that looks like a torch. All it is like a wind resistant lighter. And I'll see if I can find that online. Sometimes I'm able to find it at the grocery store, sometimes I'm not, but it's a wind resistant lighter. And it will give you more of a torch flame, but it's still not going to be as much as like an actual torch. So my fear is, those of you that are having problems, you might be heating the edge of your coaster too much. Just hit it with the lighter quick. You don't have to spend a lot of time on the edges. You might actually be creating too much heat that's adhering it to the edges of your molds. That's my best guess on the problems you might be having there. I wish I had a better answer for you, but I don't have enough information. But just try not to heat the edges too long. Another question I get is how to clean resin. If you have mixing cups, you might try to get more than one use out of them. And if you can, that's great. I have always suggested using rubbing alcohol to clean up the resin, but I have also found that using baby wipes or just wet wipes will clean up resin beautifully. So that's my quick answer. If you want to try to use them again, use your wet wipes, get in there, clean it up. Sometimes it's going to leave a little bit of a cloudy finish on there. So it's up to you. See if it works for you to clean up your cups. But I know sometimes the writing on some of the cups will come off if it comes into contact with the baby wipes or rubbing alcohol. So it's just give it a try, see if it works. Maybe you can save some money on some of your supplies. But if you happen to spill resin somewhere, grab one of those wipes, wipe it right up, and your table or whatever is nice and clean. And remember always to wear gloves, but should you get it on your hands or maybe on the handle of your lighter, I always wipe it down with the baby wipe and it's good to go for next time. The next question is, am I still doing the fishbowl? No. And the reason I'm not doing the fishbowl, I'm always open to suggestions. And again, I read every single comment that comes through. I just don't have time to answer them all. The reason I'm not doing the fishbowl is I was getting a lot of repeat suggestions. I have a lot of coaster videos, so I don't expect that you all have seen all of them, but when I keep getting the same request for something that I did once or twice already, and I found I wasn't able to be as creative as I wanted to sometimes because I was tied to it. So that being said, I love hearing your suggestions, and I would love for you to put them in the comments of every coaster video. I will read them. I may do them, I may not do them. It just is whatever happens to inspire me at the time. So feel free to put the suggestions in there. I'm just not promising I'm going to make it, but if something kind of speaks to me, I will definitely give it a shot. Another question I get quite a bit is about transparency film. And I've used transparency film in a number of the coasters, but some people don't seem to know what it is. So here it is. It's just called transparency film, and you can use whatever brand you want. I happen to have the stuff for a colored laser printer. If you don't have a colored laser printer, do not buy the stuff for the colored laser printer. They also have an inkjet transparency film, and if you are using an inkjet printer, that's what you want to use. Just know there's a difference between the types. You cannot use the inkjet in the laser printer, and you can't use the laser printer in the inkjet. I have not used an inkjet version in a coaster, so I can't say if it works. However, other people have told me it works just fine. And inkjet toner, as I understand it, is sensitive to water, so it's going to smear in water if it gets wet. However, resin is not water-based, so it could very well work in there fine. So those of you who have tried inkjet images on the transparency film and put it into resin, I would love for you to share your experience with that down in the comments below. And that way you guys can kind of bounce those ideas off of each other too. So what happens is I go on my computer and I size an image to the size that I want to fit into my coaster, and these are just clear sheets of transparency film, and I print the image on here. One really good example of that is the Halloween coasters I did a couple years ago. And I will put a link down in the description below for that one and maybe a couple others, so you can see how I've used them. Another question I get quite a bit is which resin to use. There are so many resins out there. When I started, I was unaware of most of them. And I started with Easy Cast, which is a good resin. I have tried Art Resin, which is a good resin. And the one that I'm currently using most often is from Countertop Epoxy. And the reason I like that one, I have no relationship with them again, but I like it because it's heat resistant to 500 degrees. And that makes it a good resin for obviously covering a tabletop or a countertop, but also for making coasters, because I can now put a hot beverage onto a coaster and it's not necessarily going to stick to it. However, if your cup is hot and it has like a little arc underneath there, you're still going to get a suction, but that has nothing to do with the actual resin in the coaster. That's just creating a suction between two surfaces. So just remember that. It's not actually sticking to it, whereas some resins have a lower heat or temperature resistance. If you're just using on cold beverages, then probably any of the other resins would be great. But if you are looking for something that will work for both, so I'll have a link to the resins down in the description below. And by all means, you guys have been working with a lot of resin too. You guys have been making a lot of coasters too. Tell me your suggestions. Tell me what you've been working with, what you like, what you don't like, and all of that. Just feel free to add so everybody can kind of learn from each other. So the last question I get, which is probably the most frequent question I get, is what do I do with all my coasters? I answered that question a long time ago, and for the most part the answer is still the same. I have certainly given many away, but a lot of them are living in my coffee table. I have a coffee table with a drawer, and a lot of them end up in there, which used to drive Greg crazy, but now the grandkids love to play with them. They take them out, they sort them, they go through them, and it's really exciting for them. It's almost a game. So now he seems to be totally fine with it. So that's where most of my coasters live. Not all, but most of them happen to live there. I don't sell them. Sometimes I think I should sell them. Sometimes I don't think I should sell them. I mean, the point of this channel is to hopefully inspire you to try to create your own stuff. It depends on how you look at it, but every coaster can be a little piece of artwork that you created. And a lot of people get intimidated by trying to do something large in resin, and this is a perfect little canvas size for you to create something fun or serious or creative or wonderful. Those are all the questions I'm answering today. So back to what I mentioned at the very beginning. This community has such a great varied range of experience. We have some beginners and we have some very experienced people working with resin, any kinds of arts, crafts, furniture makeovers, all of that stuff. And what a great community to have, and what great information and knowledge you have to share with each other. I'm trying to share my knowledge with you guys, but I know that you guys have more knowledge than I do in other areas. So why not help each other out? So I've been thinking about for quite a while starting a Craft Klatch Facebook group page so you guys can communicate directly with each other. And if you have a new project that you want to share, you can put it on there and get feedback, or just to let people know. And people are going to have questions about how to do certain things, and maybe you guys can reach out and help them also. So I don't want it to be specifically a resin or a coaster page. I want it to be kind of all inclusive into like making things, arts, crafts, whatever. Let me know what you think about that, and if you would have any interest in joining that group so we can all really help each other out more directly. And leave that down in the comments below. Again, I read all the comments, I just am not able to answer all of them. You guys have an invaluable amount of knowledge, creativity, and a curiosity to learn that I would love to just have you all together in one place where you could talk to each other. Again, let me know, and I will definitely see you next time. Remember, life is too short not to shimmer, so grab your glue gun and your glitter. Stay safe. Bye, guys.